Hello everybody. Now till previous video we learned back of words and we did the sentiment analysis using naive bias, and what happened was the F1 score which we got was 81%, right? So is there a way that we can try to improve this score? What are the we saw multiple ways like tokenization, lemmatization, stemming, stop words removal, etc. Okay, and after that we did the modeling and we got a score of 81. What else that we can do? So that's where we are going to see this video. Right, today we are going to learn about POS. What does this POS stands for? It's nothing but parts of a speech. Oh, just hold on. Here, parts of a speech you saw. That doesn't mean we are going to learn the English grammar. Okay, so yeah, you're right. Parts of a speech is the same. The parts of a speech which we learn in our school, back to school. So it's going to be the similar thing, but parts of a speech tagging we are going to learn over here. So if you just Google and check out the Wikipedia, on Wikipedia you get all these 9 types of parts of speech, but this is for English grammar. So what we're going to learn today is for natural language processing. For computer also, it is important that we make the computer understand the parts of a speech, the speech which we are supplying as input. Okay, why is that important for the computer? Okay, so let's consider this sentence where it says the cheat didn't help to pass the exam. And let's see the other sentence. It is not good to cheat in the exam. Now you see the same word cheat over here, it is used, and here also it is used. But in the first sentence, it is used as noun, and in the second sentence, it is used as verb. Now, if you supply these two sentences to the computer, so the computer will not understand where it is verb and where it is noun, and it might get confused and end up giving you incorrect output. For example, if you're using it in sentiment analysis itself, right? Or maybe for any question answering, if you are building any question answering system, in that if you don't do the POS, right? So you might end up making a model which doesn't answer the question correctly. So that's why it is important to do the POS tagging. POS tagging means parts of speech tagging. There is a whole list of POS tagging in NLTK that you can just Google and check that out. You would get a big list of that. Now let's just see how can we do this in Python. Okay, so here I have this Jupyter notebook open. All that you need to do is just import NLTK. I'm just going to keep it very specific to the context so that it doesn't consume much time, but just in case if you get in doubt, do not hesitate to put that into the comment section. NLTK, and after this here we have our sentence. Let's call it, what was the sentence? The cheat didn't help to pass the exam. The cheat didn't help to pass the exam. All right, we are done with this. Now we need to do the tokenization. The first thing which you need to do is tokenization, which we learned in the previous video. So how do we do that? NLTK dot word tokenize, and into that you're gonna supply this sentence. Here we have that sentence. All right, so our sentence is tokenized. Let's put that into a variable called token. All right, we are done with that. Now the next thing which comes is doing the POS tagging, right? So how can we do that? Let's say NLTK dot POS tag. That's it. Okay, and now you put token. Here we got that, right? You see, the is TT, cheat is NN, did is VBD, NT is RB, help is VB, right? So if these all words looks like a jargon or some alien language, don't worry, I'm just going to help you understand what does this mean. Okay, let me show you. So the next thing which we're gonna do is let me just store this in a variable called post. Okay, and let me just print it over here. And next thing which we're gonna do, we're gonna say NLTK dot help dot this module. I pronounce it as appentaxit. I'm not sure if it is pronounced differently. You can check it out. Okay, so nltk.help.appendtest. Now what's next? Let's just try to see what does this mean. DT means, what does DT means? So it says determiner. Okay, the is nothing but determiner. What does NN means? That we can check out. It is nothing but noun, right? So here you see the cheat is used as noun. Now let's just change the sentence and call it, it is not good to cheat in the exam. It is not good to cheat in the exam. We are done. And over here, if you see, in the previous sentence we saw that cheat was a noun, but if you see over here, the cheat is verb, right? VB. Let's try and see what it is. It is VB. VB means verb. So now you see how the difference is. Now if you supply this thing to the computer, if you supply this tagged input to the computer will be able to differentiate it well and do the proper analysis on that and give you the appropriate output. Now what is the main application of it? So mainly you can use in sentiment analysis. So say in sentiment analysis, let's say if you have verb and if there is a word which is used as, you know, verb and noun both, so you can decide to keep only a verb, right? Because basis on, or maybe if let's say if there is a certain word which is used as adjective, noun, and as different in different form also, right? So you can choose to keep whatever you want, right? And you can, basis on that, you can, you know, train your model and then you can do the analysis, right? So for example, let's say there is another sentence. For example, let's say there is a sentence called, you know, let's say a pilot is saying, I saw a fly when I was about to fly. So you see here two fly has been used, one fly and second fly. Let's see how does it is differentiated by this machine. Now if you see here, fly is noun and here fly is verb. You see how it is differentiating. So the same way you can choose, if you are doing the sentiment analysis, so you can choose which one to keep and which one to remove. All right, so for example, you see from the list you can choose to keep this fly and drop this fly, right? And then you can use that data for sentiment analysis. Similar fashion, in the similar fashion, if you want to understand the meaning of all these, what you can do is you can try this. You can try doing this. Let's say for in range length, this is the variable which we have created, right? So I'm just simply taking the length of that variable, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say print and then post. This is the variable. Out of that I want to pick the ith item, ith item, and then because it's a tuple, right? So in each of the tuple we have two items, right? So the first item I'm picking, and then I'm picking its parts of a speech. What type of parts of a speech is it? All right, so this 0 comes, and then here I'm just going to put some delimiter. You can I'm just going to say it a delimiter, but you can call it whatever you want. I just want to differentiate it. Okay, and now here this is going to pick the parts of speech in coded form. The next thing, again I'm going to put this delimiter kind of stuff, and then the next thing which I'm going to do is this function. All right, so I'll just take this from here, and over here what I'll do is I'll just use this. So instead of putting one individual thing, I will run a loop, and then I would have the whole list. Okay, so you see over here, I is pronoun, PRP. It is written as PRP, so which means pronoun or personal. VBD means verb in past tense. Saw is VBD, which is verb in past tense. All right. So you see how this works, right? So this is how you can have the whole list, and out of this list, whatever you want, you can, when you are doing the sentiment analysis, you can keep whatever you want, right? So for example, previously we did all these things, right? So if you want, you can take this big sentence and you can do the same activity on this big sentence, but you just need to be careful about these, special characters and all those things when you're supplying the data. Okay, so I just hope that it was simple and clear to you. Just in case of any doubt, don't hesitate to put that in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you in the